Hey guys, so welcome to another trade review. Alright, so today we are going to be looking at the 7th of October. Okay, 7th of October 2025. As of now, today is 31st of July. So, yeah, guys, this year passed really fast. And, yep. Okay, first of all, we'll always look at the trade journal. Okay, looks like this year is also coming to an end. Right, guys? So, okay, so basically on this week, we got FOMC meeting, and Thursday and Friday, we have news. Monday, Tuesday, don't have news. So basically, for this particular week, actually, Monday, no. That's why I said Monday was not a true trading day. Okay, Tuesday is probably okay, but the best day to trade is Thursday and Friday or Wednesday PM session. So Tuesday will be okay also lah, but not that good. Okay, anyway, so we will have a look. But the best day to trade is Thursday and Friday, definitely for today. So yep, so you can see it's a losing day. Okay, so I traded during lunch hour, bread and butter setup. Okay, we had Six Sister idea. Okay, Six Sister idea is one of the trades that is like my favorite trade. It was like one of the highest probability trade in my trade setup. Nasdaq Six Sister trade idea, that's the best. Like when I see, I'm not afraid of it. I know this trade will pay up. So it's just like that. Okay, so anyway, okay, so but then uh Dow. Okay, so this is Dow was, but then Dow was correct. Just that the trade was disqualified by dollars pulling lower. But you listen to it, got stopped out, then price went to okay. Alright, so basically I went short when dollar is pulling lower, and everyone now you should know that if you study ICT stuff, it is gonna be weird. Alright, means that if dollar is pulling lower, you usually want indices to pull higher, forex to go higher. So that's the thing. We always trade seeing the big picture, seeing the clear picture, alright? So the NFP was tentative, blah blah blah. So when it's tentative, make sure to check it on the day. Oh, I see. So basically, it was at tentative. That means all the way tentative, blah 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 blah, right? So yep. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at today's trading. Bam. Okay. Let's go. All right. So first of all, we're gonna look at the 15-minute chart. Okay, we can see. Okay, so what you can see here is Nasdaq is trading to that swing low when S&P far below that swing low, and later you can see I think Dow is also pretty. Okay, Dow is also like far below the swing low. So basically that is what I call Nasdaq Six Sister idea. That means S&P and Dow is going to like push Nasdaq to trade below, and you can see it's quite firm below the swing low. So basically you can expect some sort of continuation to the downside, because in the end of the day it is symmetry. Alright, so you can see some things there one. Okay. So you can see Dow, boom. Okay, quite sloppy, but S&P firm, very firm downside, and Nasdaq Still haven't cleared it. Okay, so that is what I'm aiming for, and that is the trade that I like to take. Okay, for Nasdaq. So I'm just toggling here and there. Okay, here we got a CB. But now the Nasdaq Six Sister trade idea has to be confirmed by dollar going higher. Right? So if it reach up to this CB, I'm gonna go short. But if it doesn't, then so you can see dollar. Okay, so dollar is considerably pretty high. So guys, this is dollar chart, pretty high here. So having a forming a CB now here, see does it want to continue higher? But because we just cleared some buy side here already, okay, we just cleared some buy side here, so it might want to reverse. So at the moment, still seeing. Okay, so there we go. We trade below the London lows, and this yellow line is basically the weekly CE wick. Okay, weekly lower quadrant wick, the C wick, and upper quadrant. I know there's many lines, guys, so bear with it. So this is the lower quadrant, this is the CE, this is the upper quadrant of that weekly chart. Weekly chart wick. Okay. So right now we are at the lower quadrant here. If we form a CB here, let's say it comes up here, form a fair value gap, then definitely you can trust it to reach lower to the new week opening gap. That's how I'm seeing it. Okay, but not here definitely. Okay, because you see what we are seeing here. So I went this short. I went short right here because I'm thinking, okay, maybe now we might want to reach down for this new week opening gap because we are getting close to it. We cleared the London lows, and as what I said, I'm gonna expect continuation to the downside, right? Okay, so this trade is not necessarily a bad trade, right? But now if this fair value gap were to form at here at the lower quadrant week, this is a good trade. That means this is like the best, a very good trade, because it's hook nesting effect onto a weekly lower wick. Okay, the weekly lower quadrant, and my stop loss placed here. No, stop loss should be placed above this swing low. This is order block. Okay, so this is an order block here. Now I want to see this fair value gap not being filled fully. That means halfway through you have to have some unfilled portion here, then we will see it reach for lower. Okay, you can see this fulcrum point from here to here. I do measurement. You can see negative one standard deviation level is right here with the 6th of October new week opening gap. Okay, so right now what we are seeing, we have passed the fulcrum point negative 0.25 level, which is the retracement level. We close below it, and that to me is showing some sort of firmness. This is just institutional order flow entry drill reaching into here, and I'm pretty positive we're going to reach down there now. Okay, look at it once again. Dollar going higher, so at the moment it's looking pretty okay. Okay, pretty alright. So this is around roughly 30 points or so only, just a small trade, easy for Nasdaq to reach it. Okay, so basically price reached into it, okay, but it didn't fill me. Let's see again. Look at that. Okay, so maybe I was too slow. Yep, okay, so I was a little slow at pressing it. So basically here, this would be the trade for me to reach down to a new opening gap. I definitely would have entered this trade, but you can see here, I put the order too slow. That's why it wasn't filled. Right when it pumped up there, then I press this limit order. That is why it wasn't filled. Okay, and right now it's looking very positive. It's going to reach for here. Okay, S&P, same thing. Okay, just be patient. Alright, so I got that feel. Very good. I like that I was patient. I didn't rush it. Okay, so I like that I was being patient. Okay, I like that. Okay, stop loss there. Actually, stop loss is okay. It is acceptable, but this 2509.75 level is a CE week, 15 minutes CE week. So I think I would bump it a little higher. The most safest one is here, but basically what I want to see firmness, this is order block. Price has to touch here, can just hover here and reach lower for it. That's what I'm seeing because we're so close to the new opening gap. We have fulcrum point, all right, with body close below it, and this lower quadrant should see some sensitivity there, some reaction there. That's what I'm betting on. Okay, now, so will this be a good trade? Let's see. All right, let's see. Because I saw something that will disqualify this trade today. Okay, guys, so can you see dollar is pulling lower? So if dollar is pulling lower, let's say into this BC, it has to support here. Because if dollar does go past below it, then this trade will be disqualified. Because so that means if dollar starts pulling lower and don't find any support in this BC, you immediately close the trade there or either cut down the risk. Alright, these are the two things that I'm gonna do because dollar is pulling lower. And it's not that if dollars pull lower, we still cannot go lower on indices. It's just that if dollar is pulling lower, it's going to make it hard. Alright, it's going to make it hard for it to reach lower. Okay, and as you can see now, S&P is catching up into that CB, where Nasdaq is back above it. Okay, so okay, so things are still looking okay. This is order block. Basically, I want to see price can hold sensitivity here, and the more it accumulates here, bam, 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 like that, right? The more we are going to expect big candles down. Because this is what ICT say. When it bumps at the order block, there's basically smart money entering. Smart money enter. Then ready long, it will start having big expansion down to here. And we have a high time frame context. We want to reach for this new week opening gap. Okay, so 032 to this is just like a 20 plus points trade, just like a tiny trade. Okay, so this here, not good. But we're reaching for the C week. If it was me, I would put my stop loss here first. Okay, and I want to see dollar. I want to see how is dollar doing. Okay, so I got stopped out. But again, now the now me looking at this trade, I will put my stop loss here, guys, above here. So right now looking pretty alright. It seems like bodies is still staying below the 15-minute C week like here. So all these are still indicating to me that we are likely to reach lower. Okay, that is what I'm seeing. That means likely, we are still likely to reach lower. 5-minute chart, we just had a nice traded into this fair value gap here, and this 15-minute BC acted as inversion fair value gap. Look at body staying beautifully. And look at how this reaction here, right? Step in 1, 2, bam. This is low resistance kind of reaction. Then we have another CB here, reach close to it, but failed to enter here. That is another good sign. All right. This is firmness. So now, now Nasdaq, on this 5-minute chart is showing firmness. Okay. Now I want to see price literally close below this fair value gap. Not come here, hold at support here, not hold at this, especially this weekly quadrant level. I don't want to see it come here, support, and go back up. That means I will just close the trade manually also. Because now what I'm seeing is, basically what I want to see is this to act as reclaim fair value gap, and all these up close candle right here is basically order blocks, alright? It's just reaching up. Just a feeling this order block. But as you can see, bodies is still respecting inside this order block, still below, still respecting the 15-minute C week. So everything is still okay, but it's just that it's not the most firmness condition. Because like what I say, if firmness means what? Price literally traded here at this candle here, and it should literally smash lower because it was so close to it, right? Okay, so that's what I mean by firmness, because right now we are probably in some high resistance. Yep, just as I say, you can see dollar is pulling lower. It's pulled through this fair value gap already, so it's probably going to go lower. So can S&P, can indices go lower? Can they go lower? Yes, definitely 100%. They still can go lower, but they're gonna go lower. Not in. That's why, because dollar wasn't. If dollar would have just didn't come down and continue higher at this candle here, you wouldn't have see this kind of reaction here. You would have just saw traded into this CB and smashed to the new opening gap, just like how I want to see it. But because it's not doing it, so getting out of this trade, I would say also consider. I would say I did pretty well also. Considering dollars going lower, I would just get out on the trade. Or right now, I will literally demand. I'm going to demand things from it. Okay, going to demand it should do bam now or something like that. Okay, because you see, Euro, USD cleared buy side and cleared with bodies. Seems like still going higher. So now we clear buy side. This sell side is clean. On this is the euro dollar. Okay, so basically, yeah, we look at all. I'll look at all the at forex to see like what is going on in the big picture. So it seems like we cleared buy side, so we may want to come down to reach for the sell side. So if it start reversing here and reach for the sell side, that is a good thing. That is a good thing for me, and that would mean that I want to see dollar go higher also. But if dollars continue lower, we should see euro continue smashing higher. And if it does continue smashing higher, it won't be good for the trade. Okay. So when it seems like dollar going lower here, see if it forms a fair value gap. Okay, it was pulling lower. So this is the kind of reaction that we don't want to see when you are trading in, this will indicate high resistance conditions. All right. So basically, this means what? When you are seeing this, when I'm seeing this, just now that trade, the CB, it will be disqualified. All right. So that's how we qualify trades when we are trading. Okay, by seeing the dollar index and forex and everything. Okay, so but basically you can see that we even reached it. I told you my stop loss will be up here. We even reached for the new week opening gap. I said it is possible to reach it, definitely 100%. All right, but you see how did we go down to reach it? Bam, all the way here, then only reach lower. This is high resistance condition. And we act as reclaim CB, but never offers another chance to get back in there. Here, immediate rebalance. Bam, smash to here. So basically, if I were to win this trade, my stop loss were here, create this swing high, rejection lower at this 15-minute CB. That's why, guys, what I said. Bodies was respecting here. And this means that we likely still going to go down. So everything that I was telling you guys just now, it painted out here beautifully. All right, but in a high resistance, not in a real symmetrical market. But what you can see here, let's say I'm still in the trade. Okay, body still respecting here. What I will do, I'll shift my stop loss to here. Okay, then when it starts trading through this fair value gap, okay, reclaim CB, I will shift my stop loss to where? I'll shift my stop loss to maybe this above this rejection block to here. Okay, then once it start displacing, form this immediate balance and have this candle here, I will literally shift my stop loss to risk free. Then boom, it will give me. Okay, so basically the main takeaway that I think that you guys can take away is this: when you see, okay, the wicks 15-minute C wick, when you see body is still respecting it like this, bam. First it was supporting, we traded through it, resistance. Here got another fair value gap to support it also. Resistance again, bodies tell stories. These are telling me that yes, we are still likely going down. Then Fulcrum point can measure here and here, get a negative 0.25 level. So I cannot pull here. I can pull my TP target here also to squeeze a little more. But now forming this immediate rebalance, yes, we might as well spool a little lower loss or more. Alright, dollar consolidating here. That is a good sign. That is a good sign for this fair value gap to continue lower. Okay. But does this mean that I'm gonna enter in this short already? Okay, so what can we see at these 5-minute wicks here? You can see first of all midpoint here, second lower quadrant, boom. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful, guys. Look at this. Just now you just see. So guys, this 5-minute C wick. Okay, look. See this. Here is where we rejected from C of it. Boom. Second time it came out at the lower quadrant of it. Boom. Okay, so when you look at a 1-minute chart, this is that fair value gap that I use as entry, right? Stop loss is placed above here, right? Then we came here, but body's rejecting at that 15-minute CE wick. Okay, which 15-minute CE wick? This is an old 15-minute CE wick. I thought I'll show you guys. Okay, never mind, it's fine. So guys, wicks are fair value gap also. That is the very reason. Okay. So now you can see bam 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 reach the negative 0.25 level. And that would be the trade. That would have been the trade for me today. To be honest, for today. Alright, and we have just hit the 1150 macro. We have constantly been going lower, lower, lower. So now we shall see. Okay, so now dollar is pulling higher. We might see a continuation lower now. Okay, so this fair value gap. This fair value gap is basically validated by a higher dollar. Okay, so now dollar is still going higher, so everything is still okay. But again, at this point here, I won't be entering any of these trades already. It's like too far below. Like I won't be entering. Like, but you can see from here, maybe from this fair value gap into the CB here again, into the new opening gap here again. But no, I won't take any of these trades now. All right. I would have stayed sidelines after this has painted out for me. But now we are just watching price action. Because now we are in the lunch macro, 1150 macro. Basically, we've been going lower so many times. So it's possible. It is reasonable for us to come back up to this new week opening gap. Right? Because we cleared quite a number of sell side. We've been going lower from the whole AM session. Right? So you can see here it's just like 10 o'clock. So 10 o'clock, bam, 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 all the way lower. So basically what we want to see to go higher is this. This is the very first fair value gap after we cleared the London lows. Okay, so now what I'm going to expect is inversion here to reach back up to the first fair value gap yesterday, or if not, clear some buy side here. Okay, that means I'm not going to expect here to just stay in this new opening gap. If we were to find support here, we would see how we get up into this 6th of October new opening gap, then maybe even reach higher. Okay, even reach higher. All right, reach higher. Okay, on 15 minutes, this is the 15-minute C-weight that I was talking about that we bam smash here beautifully, right? And if we were to go up, we may find a dealing range of the 15-minute up into a premium. So we shall see. Will they give me a chance here to show you guys what I'm talking about? Okay, looks like not. Come on, make it small, make it smaller. Right now, what I'm looking for the chart is like a small version chart so I can see everything and just tell you guys what I'm expecting now. Because every time I make a trade review, it's more like I'm just looking back at the trades that I've been doing, and I'm just seeing like what can I do better. Because now it feels like dollar is going lower on 15-minute chart. We got the low super clean here on dollar. We traded into a CB here. Yeah, you guys may not see it, but this is a CB. So dollar might go lower, and if dollar go lower, that is good for us because lunch hour I'm going to expect higher prices. If not go higher, it also need to reach into a premium of the dealing range in 15-minute chart now. Okay, which we are looking at this 15-minute CB. I'm going to expect it to hold support this year. This one expect it to act as support. Alright, so right now I'm bullish. Okay, so this fair value gap here, this is the 3-minute chart, right? Okay, so this fair value gap here, I'm gonna use it as inversion fair value gap. If price come down here, only go long. If not doing anything, guys. That's why patience is key. Patience, very important. Okay, so are we gonna come down? Are you gonna come down here? Yeah, come to mama baby. Here we got a fair value gap. And this right here is a balanced price range. Okay, so you can just hold it here all the way to here. 1 time, 2 time fair value gap, 3 time, 4 times. So this right here, guys, is the balanced price range. If price can come down to here, can smash that long, stop loss, just place it here. Because I can trust this as intermediate low, ITL. Alright. We are in symmetry now for dollar to go lower and for us to go higher. I'm gonna see this CV to act as support. Yeah, come on. Come on. Okay, feels like it's not giving me what I want to see. Okay, and seems like Nasdaq is going through another time of six sister trade idea because see Dow below it, S&P below it. So I'm gonna change my attention now to Nasdaq for six sister trade idea. That's what I'm gonna see Nasdaq to. Because now if we don't show Nasdaq, then sorry. But now at this very moment of time, my attention is gonna change to Nasdaq. I'm not gonna be looking at Nasdaq only, not at S&P, because S&P firm downside, Dow also firm below this low, this Friday PM session lows. So basically Nasdaq haven't reached down there, so we got potential for Nasdaq. Okay, I'm gonna look at Nasdaq at this CB here. Because why what is important? This BC is important, but you can see we traded to it, we already have rejection here. Okay, so this is firmness, we already touched there. Now we're gonna see it trade lower. London, some more low, some more lower. Okay, what is the low just now? Okay, 24973.25. Okay, so 24973.25. 24973.25. So roughly here, I'm expecting it to create a new low now, right? But dollars pulling lower, so this is not the best six sister trade idea. But what I'm seeing now is the decoupling. Okay, it's a decoupling. It's not the most high probability conditions. But now we just study and see whether it can pay now or not. Okay, just study. If Nasdaq were to trade out into CB, bam, I'm gonna hold that. I'm gonna go that short. If possible, it's gonna come up here to resistance at this weekly. This is the weekly lower quadrant wick. Then continue lower to make the new low and get in sync with Nasdaq. Get in sync with S&P and Nasdaq. Get in sync with S&P and Dow. Because S&P have 500 stocks inside. So it's the strongest one. It's the firm one. So now just be patient. S&P traded up into the fair value gap. Nasdaq also. So that is good sign. I'm still going to see whether we get it. Okay, but now see, because dollar is pulling lower, will this make this trade qualify? No. Because dollar is pulling lower. It's decoupling right now. It's a very tricky environment. So we just do like what is that called? Now it's just a tape reading. It's just a practice. But if I were to use real money, no, I'm not gonna enter this trade. Okay. If I were to enter, like let's say right now trading CFD, I'll just go in with 0.01. I'll just go in the smallest leverage. Okay, but definitely I won't, because you can see dollar is still like looking firm down. So no, there's not qualifying this trade here. Even if it were to pan out, this trade would be like sloppy and it's not the it's not high probability. Okay, so very important. In the end of the day, this is how we use dollar to qualify the trade idea. But you can see everything is happening as just what I expect. Resistant reaction at the lower quadrant wicks here. Look at that, beautiful. 1, 2, 3, third time already. So it should really start going lower now. Okay, and these 3 times going high, higher, high. We are clearing out some buy sides. Okay, the fact that it's go 1, 2, 3 just to poke into the CB, and now I'm gonna expect it to go lower. Okay, dollar is starting to spool higher, and what we're gonna see in dollar now is this. I don't want to see it resist here and go lower. I want to see rather stay in here and go higher like that. yes, then it will be good. Until then, if you're not seeing that in dollar, we're not going to enter the trade. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, so no, this not want to see. This not want to see dollar. I want to see dollar lose it. Yes, dollar is doing pretty okay. So right now, let's say what trade idea are we missing? Okay, let's say if right now I cannot enter in this CB, the next one I'm gonna enter is wait for body to close below this BC. Let's say if it were to be back in symmetry by the time we get a bodies closing below this inversion fair inversion BC, when dollar continues higher, I'm gonna enter this inversion BC and you're gonna see it starts pulling lower to correct that lows. Okay, so that's how I'm seeing at the moment now. Just sit still, be patient because bodies is still staying inside this BC. Also, there's no point rushing anything. Alright, so just be patient. Okay, so now we traded through it. Right now, what is this? I'm seeing this as an order block, bearish order block now. Okay, I'm seeing this candle as a bearish order block because now the price is a change of state of delivery, and this is the candle that has bodies inside this inversion BC also. So this is a very good candidate. It is the bearish order block now. Okay. Now, dollar looks alright, and I think I can trust that dollar is not going to spool over. And now we close below this inversion fair value gap already. So if it comes back up to this bearish order block, I'm going to smash that short. Stop loss just placed above the order block. I don't know they did reach the order block or not. Okay, here, we're going to smash the order block. Okay, oh shit, this is S&P. Alright, Nasdaq. So Nasdaq, the order block is here. Want to see S&P starts going from low. Oh, beautiful reaction. This current reaction is beautiful. Now, when it have a wicks here, guys, sorry that it's so tiny. When it have a wicks here now, measure the midpoint of it. If it rejected from the bearish order block like that, if come out again here, smash another shot. Go, smash another shot, and you can just leave the stop loss there. Trust me. If it's bearish, it's going to go because dollar is pulling higher also. Nasdaq definitely I'm going to enter right here. Okay. At this week's going to enter also. Right, order block, enter again. Okay, here. Stop loss just placed over here at the order block. Okay, not worried about anything. Stop loss is just right here. Because dollar is pulling higher. Not worried about anything, okay? All these are all order blocks almost. So, okay, now all these are order block. Okay, this order block, reject. I'm going to see reject here, midpoint here. We're going to see some rejection. Okay, because dollar's pulling lower again. So, no. You see, the moment dollar starts pulling lower, that is the time that I'm gonna just cut the trade and get out of it. Okay, because dollar respected in the CB, just like how I don't want to see it, right? So that's the reason causing all these high resistance. Okay, so no, that's why I see they start going up. That's the reason. Okay, so now dollar is start going up. Now we can start. Now the six sister idea is back. Okay, is back into consideration. Okay, because dollar's pulling higher. Okay, looks like I'm probably asleep now already, right? Okay, so basically there's nothing can be seen. But I'm assuming dollar is still higher. This fair value gap, I'm definitely gonna enter it because right now S&P is below it. We can expect Nasdaq to shoot through from that. Okay, but alright. So just now basically I was probably dozing off already during that trade. So that is the very reason why we are not able to see more of it. But anyway, that's it for today's trade review. And yeah, today relative short one. Okay, quite short one, very good. Okay, so yeah, that's it for today's trade review. If we have any fresh trade afterthoughts, I'll post it here and I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright, bye. And again, this is just a journey of us what's they called, documenting this whole journey. And basically, yeah, I know I'm gonna make it in trading. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, this is the thing that we pour our soul, our heart into it. So it's just natural that I'm gonna make it in trading. I'm not worried. I'm doing all the right things. I'm taking care of what matters most in life now, like taking care of my health. I'm not trying to not sacrificing anything. Everything is around the priorities, and the priorities is always taking care of my body first, my well-being first, and I believe everything else will fall in place like that. Okay, so that's it for today's trade review, guys. I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye bye. Yeah, so hey guys, welcome to another trade review. Ah, so yeah, for yesterday's trade, which was Nasdaq bread and butter setup into the new week opening gap, but it just didn't pay up. I lost $54 this time, but you know what, I didn't feel anything because the trade idea was okay, everything was correct. The only thing that make the trade did not pay out is that dollar wasn't in symmetry. Dollar was pulling lower as well, and that was actually the sign that you know that the short trade should be disqualified. Yeah, and S&P also was trading above the CB already, so thing wasn't looking really good actually. But I didn't cut the bait. I submitted to the trade, submitted to the stop loss, but it's okay because sometimes in trading is just like that. Looking back at the trade is good. Okay, displacement fair value gap, and we are just so close to the new opening gap. So, yeah, that's it.